Ghana faces the risk of not achieving Sustainable Development Goal 6, which aims to ensure that all countries provide their citizens with clean water by 2030. This is because of the heavy contamination of main river bodies as a result of illegal mining activities, also known as Galamsey. There is more in the following report by Central Regional Correspondent Carvis Tete.
The turbidity level of the Pra River, which serves as a supply point for the two main pumps of the Ghana Water Limited at Setre Hemang and Daboase in the central and western regions respectively, has worsened. It has now become a challenge for the main water supplier to pump, treat and distribute potable water to residents. The Ghana Water Limited now has to treat water with high coagulant such as polymer instead of aluminium sulfate, popularly known as alum, resulting in high cost of treatment. The target of supplying affordable clean water to all Ghanaians by 2030 per the Sustainable Development Goal 6 may not be met.
With the speed of Galamsey going around now, the situation is still worsening. And so now the turbidity levels of our water is increasing. So it's creating a lot of problems for us with the treatment of water. Because the original chemicals that we're using for coagulation, that's removing the sediments in the water, is no more effective. So now we have to use another chemical, which is about 4 times the price. So it's impacting seriously on our operations. And even that one, we're beginning to have challenges because we have increasing volumes of turbidity coming along the Pra River. So it's impacting negatively on our operations at the Setre Hemang and then the Daboase systems. So it's a challenge. They are polluting the water and it's having serious effect on our operations. We are losing pumps and the cost of treatment of water is also going up every day. So we have gotten to a point where if we do not stem the tide, it will be difficult for us to continue to operate. Major systems like the one for Central Region, Cape Coast, and Elimina, Sekenyi Takra, we cannot afford to shut those plants down. But the rate at which we are going, because the plants was designed to handle 500 NTU, that's the degree of measuring the turbidity. Now we are recording an average of 8,000. This morning we picked the level is 11,000, 13,000. So we cannot continue like that. The plants were not designed to handle that heavy load of silt. So if we continue, we shut our plants down because it's impacting negatively on operation. And the cost of operations, cost of treating the water is becoming unbearable.
The water treatment system available to Ghana was only designed during the colonial era to only clean, chlorinate, and distribute water. The system, without any significant update, therefore, is not potent to remove chemicals from the water, which means that the presence of heavy metals in supplied water is never dealt with. Extensive research made by members of the academia establishes the presence of heavy metals in the highly turbid resources serving the main water pumps. Professor D.K. Esuman with the University of Cape Coast shared with Citi News details of a research finding done by his department.
Most of the studies that we have done shows clearly that the Pra River is polluted, especially heavy metals. And these heavy metals are part of the earth crust. So as they bring the gold out and they take the gold off, these chemicals are released into the environment, into the water body. And so that really makes the water not clean. It's polluted with heavy metal. One of them is arsenic, which has been highly available into the Pra River. And risk assessment of arsenic in the Pra River clearly shows that it is a good thing for us, for the people that are consuming that water. But yet we have no alternative, no other choice. And therefore we are still using that water. One interesting thing is that the water treatment system that we have was handed down to Ghanaians by the colonial time. And it only clarifies the water and then we chlorinate to take out bacteria. But if there's any other chemical there, the process doesn't take it out. And so that makes it very dangerous.
In the central region, the Pra River, which serves as the main supply to the Setre Hemang and Daboase water pumps, is heavily polluted. The turbid level of the river is so high that it has become almost impossible for the water company to even pump, treat, and supply customers with water. The contamination of tributaries such as River Jimmy at Amponiase, which serves as the border with Central and the Ashanti region, which connects with the Offin River and also joins the River Pra, which is the main source to treatment plants, creates a more volatile situation. It is feared that the country may have to import water in few years to come and has caused residents to become alarmed.
It is unfortunate because if you look towards what is going on in the whole country, it is affecting our water bodies and even the people in the country. It is better for them to also follow their rules and regulations and not to go into the water, that is working inside the water to bring any problem. If they put down the measures by giving some meters from the water. I hope they can do their work safely.
The Upper Dintra East Municipal Security Council, even though has made some strides in the fight against illegal mining activities on and around the Offin River, it says it continues to face significant challenges such as resistance from community members. The lack of cooperation between neighboring MDAs is also making the fight difficult. Municipal Chief Executive Ebenezer Appiah suggests a more holistic approach to fight against illegal mining other than politicizing the fight.
In our quest to eradicate this menace from our community, we face some challenges. Just this week, with the joint task force of the Municipal Security Council, that we were able to, especially on the Offin River, we were able to burn down some 6 transfer machines that we saw on site, and we actually also place officers to patrol around the bridge and its area so that we'll be able to get them out of the area for now. But in as much as we are doing this on our own, we also request that maybe we get some speedboats and some special divers to also come in to also assist us. Somebody is putting up an illegal structure just close to the bridge, very close to the main road, and also under the main high tension. We secured an excavator to even bring it down, and also to even cover the pit behind it. We will try to pull it down, but the whole community came on us, and it was some kind of a bit of a confrontation. And we are also seeking for a court order to even force the guy who is putting up that illegal structure over there.
At a stakeholder engagement event organized by the Ghana Water Limited in collaboration with the University of Cape Coast, a mining expert who is also a traditional ruler, Osajifo Amanfuedu, called for the regulations to be made to compel all miners to hold public hearings and make environmental impact assessment regardless of the size of the mining area. Presently, the LI 1652 only requires for miners operating at a land size of 10 hectares to hold public hearings. The traditional ruler is convinced that residents and traditional leaders will be well informed to report illegal mining activities when public hearings are held.
That land size specified in the law, LI 1652, is 10 hectares. 10 hectares. By here, the funny thing about the law is that if the 10 hectares belongs to a single company, then they have to what? Do the EIS and the public hearing. By assuming 20 small-scale miners, each has 1 hectare. If you sum up, it's what? 20 hectares. That one, they can work, degrade the land, do everything, and nothing is going to happen to them. So what I'm trying to say is that irrespective of whether the land area belongs to a single person or multiple persons, so long as the size of the area is large, there must be public hearing. They are always calling the communities and the chiefs to be involved in fighting against this small-scale mining menace. But like I said, talking from experience, there was a time the EPA withdrew the permit of a multinational mining company, Golden Star Bogoso, Christia, just because there were certain terms in the permit which they breached. So once we make this issue about permitting generic, to irrespective of any size. Once we've identified that this mining, illegal mining, whether small-scale community, is the main cause of this our river, river pollution, the turbidity issue they are talking about, we must ignore the aspect of the land size before permitting and make it generic.
Stakeholders believe there is a need for a concerted effort in dealing with the Galamsey menace. Carves Tete, Citi News, Dunkwa.